Here are a few tips to beat inflation. Comment down below how you're managing the high cost of living. Welcome to Just World YouTube channel, where we live, learn, adventure, and charity. We talk about finance, travel, personal development, and community service. If you're interested in this kind of content, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you. Hello good people, and welcome to today's video where we're going to discuss inflation and most specifically how to beat inflation. Kindly bear with my voice. I'm just regaining it after a few days of whispering, so at least today I'm able to record a video. Let's go straight to the video. What is inflation? Inflation is the decline of purchasing power of a given currency over time. In the past few weeks, there have been a lot of complaints and cries from everyone, from the groceries to the fuel. Everything has gone up. How are you guys managing the high cost of living? Comment down below. If you have tips and hacks, please share with us. The first and key important thing to consider during this inflation period is a budget, which is a song we have really sung on this channel, but we continue to say the key to working around your hard times or even the better times is a budget, and you strictly follow it. The only thing you do, especially at this time, is to adjust your spending to suit your current income. The second tip is reducing your expenses. Find ways of reducing your expenses. First, you can evaluate your expenses. For instance, which are needs and which are wants. You prioritize needs and maybe forgo wants for a while if they are not being able to be accommodated on your budget. The key here is not lowering your standards, but reducing your, so to speak, your wants, because your needs are basic needs. You will need them. So if you reduce your wants, then it means you'll have enough to cater for your needs. Remember, when you have the purchasing power, you're able to purchase so many things. But the moment it goes down, then you may need to reevaluate your budget, and that way you'll be able to assess as to which ones are wants and needs. Maybe in your own personal feeling, you feel like everything is a need. But if you sit down to analyze, you will see some of the things for when times are hard, you can do away with them. This takes us to the next tip. Save more and spend less. When you evaluate your needs and wants, you will be able to assess how much either you're currently saving, if you're saving, and if you're not, you better start now. The much you're saving now and what you need to save more. Remember, you don't save aimlessly just to say that you have a saving. You can save for so many other things, and everything that you save for is important. If you have watched our previous video on goal setting, you know how you need to save. You need to save for your short-term goals, your medium-term goals, and your long-term goals. So you need to split your saving among the three. And while at it, before you even have the goals, you need an emergency fund. So if you have not saved your emergency fund, you better do it now. Actually, you should ensure your emergency fund is in place before you even save for any other activities. First, your emergency fund caters for your medical expenses. We all know medical bills can bring you down to the ground, even to the level of a beggar, because even whatever you have you had saved is not even sufficient to cater for the bills that you have. And you may also lose your source of income. And this emergency fund helps you to pick up your pieces as you restart your life. Remember, it is 6 months of your current living. How much have you saved? Have you at least started saving, even if you don't have the 6 months? Comment down below. I want to pose another question, or rather two. What would happen if today you lost your source of income, or you lost the breadwinner of the family? Have you ever thought about it? Comment down below. If you have, what are you doing about it? Don't comment, but write it down on your notes. Other tip is prepare for shortages by stocking up. Every time there is inflation and everything goes up, for some reason you don't get the shelves fully stocked, and you also don't get some of the basic items. For instance, recently in Kenya we had a major fuel shortage, and even groceries, there was a huge shortage. At some point I couldn't even get my preferred brand of milk for a very long time, but now it's back. So you need to stock up so that you'll be able to manage for the period of the shortage. Takes us to the question as to how will you stock up while you're being hit by the inflation. One of the ways is that you have a saving fund, which is for emergencies. You never anticipated inflation to be high, so this is part of your emergencies. So you can take a portion of your saving and use it to stock up. Remember to replenish your savings once you're back on your feet. If it takes a longer time than anticipated to be back on your feet, you can start replenishing it gradually. One of the reasons why people fail in savings, because they are always waiting to save a lump sum. Save the little that you have and build it up to what you want to achieve. Another major expenditure is on travel and entertainment. If you manage to cut on those two expenses, it will significantly adjust your budget. Sometimes people feel like travel is not an expense, but if you look at your travel expenses at the end of the month, and especially which is not necessary, quote unquote, then you can try and adjust what you can just reduce on, or where you can make adjustments to accommodate the current situation. We don't say that you do not travel at all, but travel wisely. And by travel, I do not mean going for a holiday. It means the regular movement between your area and maybe your neighboring places. Remember, when you're doing a holiday, you have either planned for it or it is already somewhere in your budget. And it may not always be a monthly thing, but on a monthly basis, whatever travels that you do, you can try and cut here and there. Same case applies with entertainment. If you are spending like 15,000 per night or over the weekend, you can maybe cut it by a certain percentage to accommodate the current situation. But it doesn't mean you stop living your life, but adjusting those things that really can improve your life. Before we finish on travel and entertainment, there's also the aspect of walking. There are some places that you don't need to even take a bus. You can walk first to save on the bus fare, and two, walking helps in your exercise. So you're having double benefit. Yeah. The other tip is buying durable and long-lasting products. Obviously, we all know that there are some brands which are cheaper and low quality. Others are also cheaper and good quality. So when you're evaluating your purchases, ensure you buy quality, not quantity. I don't know whether that makes sense. You might say you will want to buy so many things, and then you end up buying less durable products than even taking your time to buy the items gradually if they're not fitting in your budget at the moment. It will cost you nothing to wait longer, because if you have been doing without it, you can still continue doing without it until you're able to purchase. Comment down below if you're patient enough to wait or you're not patient, and tell us the tips of how you save faster or how you get to acquire that durable item that serves you until you're tired of its service. The other tip is investing. One of the ways you can grow your money is by investing, and the other key thing is diversifying. Do not invest all your money in one project, because in case that project goes down, it means all your money and all your saving will go down. So diversify, and it is important to seek expert advice on investment. When you have investments and you're hit by inflation, one, the returns on the investments will help you continue with your life as it has been, and two, it will always continue growing your income. Thus, even your long-term plans and goals, you can still be able to achieve all your goals as you have planned. Because now, there will be no major hit on your income. The other tip I want to talk about today is your savings account. So how have you saved your money? Is it under your mattress, in your current account, or where? The task I have for you is, how much is your savings making you on a monthly basis? Are you gaining from interest that is generating from your savings, or your money is just lying somewhere without earning you even a shilling? Comment down below with the interest rate that your savings account is earning you today, or what you're going to do if your account is not already earning you interest. If you're not okay with commenting, just take action. The next few tips, I will not dwell much into them because we have discussed them in a previous video, which I will link down below. And these are making money from your talents or passion. Number 2, we have a whole video on starting a business. And the third one is acquiring new skills. The biggest question is, can you beat inflation? And what are you doing to beat inflation? Our parting shot is, whatever you do as an individual, as a family, is what determines how you will make a better tomorrow. Not just during the inflation, but even for the rest of your life. Remember, inflation is for a period, and it can recur and occur at any point. How you deal with it is what determines the outcome. I will leave you with this question. When you hear inflation, do you think of crying, or do you think of how to create more avenues of income to be able to beat the inflation? Because by the time you're crying, someone else is trying to make their ends meet on the other side. Which person are you? Thank you so much for watching this video. For the existing subscribers and the Premier Gang, thank you so much for your continued support. If you're new, kindly subscribe.